This is Fox 21 Local News right now at 7 a.m.
Good morning. Welcome to Fox 21 Local News right now at 7 a.m. It is Friday, September 15th. I'm Abby Berg.
And I'm Craig Coffey. Good morning. Good morning to you live and local now for the next 2 hours. But first, though, we start with breaking news from overnight as London's Metropolitan Police say a detonation of an improvised explosive device caused a fire on a London subway and is declared a terrorist incident.
Authorities say counterterrorism officers are leading the investigation into what happened at Parsons Green Station, where a number of people were injured. The London Ambulance Service says 22 people have been hospitalized, most with flash burns. None of the injuries are believed to be life-threatening.
Passengers say it happened shortly after 8 a.m. during morning rush hour, and so far, no terrorist groups have claimed responsibility for the attack.
7:03 right now. Let's toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Justin Chambers, who's got a cooler forecast, finally.
Yeah, exactly, guys. Still today, we're going to be above average, and we'll be a bit breezy at times as well, but we're starting off mainly dry. Saw a few of those clouds and some of those storms that rolled through yesterday, but right now, there it is. Garden of the Gods, nice blue skies there. Everything looking good so far. Updated 7 o'clock numbers. We're at 64 in the Springs and about 34% humidity. Not much wind now, but again, that wind will pick up this afternoon. We do have to talk about a little elevated fire danger, especially in the plains. 70s and 80s by lunchtime, and we're going to see those temperatures in the 80s and even a few lower 90s. But that fall-like weather, it's right around the corner, and we'll talk about it coming up.
All right, Justin, thank you. It is 7:04 right now, and the search continues for a missing man since yesterday morning. 59-year-old Timothy Durera walked away from an assisted living facility near Main and Security. Now, he's 5'11", 142 pounds, with gray hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a blue sweatshirt and bluish-gray pajama bottoms. So, if you've seen him or know where he is, please call the Sheriff's Office. That number, 390-5555.
Also, right now, Colorado Springs police are looking for a driver in a hit-and-run crash that injured 4 people. The crash happened around 10 o'clock Wednesday night at the intersection of North Carefree Circle and North Academy Boulevard. Police say a blue Toyota hit a Subaru, and then the driver of the Toyota got out and ran away. 3 of his passengers were hospitalized. 2 of them and the Subaru driver were treated for serious injuries. The driver of the Toyota is described by police as a Hispanic man in his early 20s with dyed blonde hair. Anyone with information is asked to call police at 444-7000.
And Springs police also investigate a bank robbery which happened just before 3:30 Thursday afternoon. They say a man walked into the Academy Bank on South Tejon, but we don't have much of a description, although we do know he's a white man who ran south after the robbery.
Now to a developing story as Springs police continue to investigate a shooting that happened last night. Police say a 22-year-old man was shot near University Drive and Airport Road in the southeast part of the city. He was taken to the hospital in serious but stable condition. A person of interest is in custody. If you know anything about this case, you're asked to call police.
Well, happening now in Pueblo, police investigate the death of a 64-year-old Isaac Espinoza. His body was found on the ground at the Miniqua Park apartment complex near East Ormond and Division Avenue. Police believe that he may have been involved in some type of fight, and detectives are currently speaking now with a person of interest.
7:06 right now. Also in Pueblo, a wanted criminal is now back behind bars. 54-year-old Chris Thomas had 2 warrants for failure to appear on traffic offenses and a no bond warrant for traffic offenses. Thomas was a criminal listed on the Street Safes campaign and was picked up by Pueblo County Sheriff's Department. Since the start of the Safe Streets campaign, 125 of 149 criminals have been arrested.
7:06, and a former Fountain Valley school employee pled guilty to felony menacing and other charges. They were dropped against him. Brian Scott Bolding was arrested in May along with his son to plot an ignition now of a military-grade smoke bomb in the school's cafeteria to cause, quote, terror and panic. Now, before the event, Bolding found out he was losing his job. Sentencing is set for December 14th.
In news across America, the death toll continues to rise. Irma is now being blamed for 78 deaths. 34 of those were in the U.S., including 27 in Florida. During his tour of Florida's disaster zone, President Trump acknowledged not only the strength of the storm, but also that of its survivors. Roughly 2.6 million customers are still without power in Florida. This as south and central parts of the state are set for 90-degree heat and high humidity in the coming days.
Now back to Colorado and more news. Lawmakers will head back to the Capitol on October 2nd. Governor Hickenlooper called for the special session to correct a mistake in a law governing taxes on marijuana. The governor said a law passed by the legislature this year consolidated 2 marijuana taxes into one, but inadvertently prevented some government entities from collecting the tax.
And in more news across Colorado, forget the 45-minute drive from Colorado Springs to Denver. Right now, Colorado is one of 10 worldwide finalists for a high-speed transit system. Los Angeles-based Hyperloop One announced the finalists Thursday. Here's how it would work. Passengers and cargo will be loaded into a pod that can glide at airline speeds because of ultra-low aerodynamic drag in the tube. State transportation officials say they plan to work with Hyperloop One to study a possible route from Cheyenne, Wyoming to Pueblo.
Well, now military news. The Pentagon and Fort Carson are working to clear up some confusion about a statement made by a former high-ranking Army official, and they say it's just not true.
You know, they're about to go off to Kandahar, Afghanistan. The 2nd Brigade Combat Team, the Warhorse Brigade, and Division Staff, General George and others.
Well, as you heard right there, Patrick Murphy made that statement during a speech at the Mountain Post yesterday about thousands of Fort Carson soldiers which would be deployed to Afghanistan. Now, he was in town to tout a U.S. Chamber of Commerce program to help former troops get civilian employment. Fort Carson officials say, though, they have not received any official notification of any future deployments at this time, and all future deployment information must be referred to the Department of Army Public Affairs.
7:09 right now. The Colorado Springs Airport will soon lose an airline. Alaska Airlines' last flight out of the city will be in November. The airline announced that current pilot shortages have forced them to discontinue service to Colorado Springs effective November 4th. Right now, the airline has one daily flight to Seattle, Washington from the Springs. Meanwhile, as Alaska Airlines struggles, Frontier Airlines is growing. Next week, there will be a news conference about a special service announcement. Typically, in the past, these type of conferences have been announcements about new flights.
7:09 right now. The International Association of Firefighters will hold a ceremony this weekend right here in Colorado Springs.
Coming up in about 6 minutes, all the details you need to know about the 31st Annual Fallen Firefighter Memorial. Justin?
Temperatures are going to be just a little bit above average for today. That wind's going to pick up as well, and some cooler temperatures for the weekend. We'll take a look at that, and our kids cast are returning for a final shot on the Friday. We'll take a look at that coming up after the break. Welcome back into 7:13, your Fox 21 local news right now at 7 a.m. I'm Chief Meteorologist Justin Chambers. Thanks so much for stopping by, making us a part of your morning routine on a Friday. In Woodland Park, there's our Pikes Peak viewing bench. That's not Nathan yet. There we go. That's our Pikes Peak viewing bench and everything looking good in Woodland Park. Are you ready? Do you know where this bench is? Ladies and gentlemen, here he is from Teller County. It's Nathan! Boom, high five. There now at Summit Elementary, right? Tell me what grade you're in. Remind everybody.
I'm in 5th grade. Fifth grade, yeah.
Just want to make sure. 5th grade. What's your favorite subject to study there at Summit Elementary?
I would say science.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Very nice. Yeah. What do you like to do on the weekends when you're partying and stuff?
Just hang around, do an airsoft tour, play.
You like that aerosoft thing,
trampoline.
huh? You're shooting your brother and everything, and other targets and stuff like that. You're the older brother.
Yep.
Okay, very cool. And you also do froyo. Where do you do the froyo at?
It is near the donut mill, sorta near that barber shop.
In Woodland Park.
Yes.
And you had a bad experience with the donut mill, so if you have, you don't have a Yelp account yet, which is probably good news for the donut mill because
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's a review site, and if you have a Yelp account, it's not going to be a good thing. All right. So this is you. What do you like to do? You like to ride your bikes, right?
Yeah.
And you have a sister that's right there.
Yeah, right there. Her
Right there.
name is Emma.
Okay. Do you want to send a shout out to any family or friends that are watching right
yes,
now?
I want to give a shout out to my brother Justin, Emma, Kyle, and Caden. They are my most favorite brothers and sisters. And I want to give a shout out to my dad, mom, other mom, and stepdad.
I have a whole bunch of those too, but moms and dads all over the place. Yeah, okay, very good. Now, this is going to blow everybody's mind really quick, okay? Because I found a picture, thanks to my wife, of a young Justin and my brother Philip. And Philip, his name is Philip Grant Fess, but he has a character named Nathan Grant that he does, so that's Nathan. And then Justin, come over here. You're Justin, like circa whenever this picture was, but we're going to have you stand right here, okay? So this is Nathan and Justin now, and then this is Nathan and Justin from back in the day. Do you see the resemblance? Is that not uncanny, you guys? Seriously. And Philip's my older brother, just like Nathan, and there's Justin right there. You got to get underneath the young Justin, right there. See? Look at that. You see that? Isn't that good?
I know. It's so weird.
And look, I guess, was he 6 and was I 3? Because I see a 6 and a 3. Or we were 36. That's a young 36 right there. That's uncanny. I don't know about you guys, but my mind is blown right now. All right, get out of here. You can come back in. No, not you. You got to do the forecast first.
Yeah,
okay.
true.
All right, do your forecast. Go.
In Colorado Springs, it's going to be 82 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy.
And what about in Pueblo?
In Pueblo, it's going to be pretty hot today, 90 degrees, sunny and breezy.
And in Woodland Park, of course, where you live right there, Teller County, the next 7 days.
In Woodland Park, it's going to be 70 degrees
on Monday.
On Monday.
Yeah, but turn around and Friday's on the other side. Boom, right there, see? Friday's
it's
right
going to be
there.
70 degrees on Friday, 64 degrees on Saturday,
Right.
and...
You got to go this way.
Wait.
Come over here. There you
go.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
63 degrees on Sunday.
That's enough. That's enough. We got to wrap things up. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is. That is Nathan. And we have a gift for you, and you can't see it. Look, this is the see-through bag. Boom. Your head's gone. Head's there. Head's gone. Head's there. All right. This is from our friends at Lydia and Daru. A whole bunch of fun stuff, including a Sonicare.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dad, I'm not giving it to you. We watched a video of another kid catcher, and he was like, that's my toothbrush.
And this is yours, too.
Yep.
Get out of here. Thanks for coming, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great job, Nathan. All the way down from Teller County. We appreciate you. Love you in Teller County. Go to our website, fox21news.com, if you can hear my voice all over Southern Colorado. I'd love to have you on our show. Just search KidsCast. All right, I got to do some traffic stuff right now. Let's see what's going on the roads as we take a live look outside. Man, that is still just uncanny, the resemblance of Nathan and Justin right there. All right. I-25 and Monument right up over the divide, northbound, southbound, looking good on the interstate. No accidents to speak of, which is great news at this time. This traffic report sponsored by McCloskey Trucktown grand reopening.
7:17 right now. Thank you so much, Justin, Nathan, and Mini Justin. Happening in Colorado Springs tomorrow, the International Association of Firefighters will commemorate the 31st annual Fallen Firefighter Memorial. But due to Hurricane Irma, some families and firefighters won't be able to make the special event. Fox 21's Sarah Ferguson tells us how the community is helping out.
This year, 196 names will be added to the Fallen Firefighter Memorial, with several CSFD members and their families stepping up to help out.
We have over 10 firefighters deployed actually down to the hurricane areas. They originally were in Texas. They were actually on their way home, and they were redeployed down into the south area there. 6
Florida families were unable to make the ceremony too, so their firefighters will be honored in 2018.
Their loved ones' names is etched in this wall, and if it's this year or next year when we honor them, we're going to do it right.
And the wait is well worth it, especially for Karen, who came all the way from Canada to honor her dad.
It really takes your breath away, because you know that he did something. He was here for a purpose.
While Karen and her sisters were able to make the trip, her mom was just too sick.
She cried when we were coming down here because she so wanted to come, and it means everything to her. That, you know, he was her hero, and so now it feels like he really was a hero.
I'm Sarah Ferguson reporting for Fox 21 Local News right now.
Saturday's event starts at 11 in Memorial Park with a procession preceding the ceremony. The memorial is free and open to the public, and if you'd like to know more, just head to our website, fox21news.com.
And again, a lot of people expected here in town, so there will be some congestion during the procession as well. That starts at University Village and then heads down to the park. So
just an amazing event to attend. 7:19 right now, and there's no denying that Coloradans love their craft beer.
That is right. And right now, Lauren McDonald is live and local at the Brass Tap with what's coming up. Lauren?
Good morning. It is time to let your taste buds travel around the Pikes Peak region. Coming up next, we're pairing Colorado craft beer with cookies. Doesn't get much better than that.
7:23, welcome back this morning. It is time to say cheers and celebrate craft beer.
That's right. This month, our friends at the Brass Tap celebrate 1 year of serving craft brews to the Pikes Peak region. And right now, Lauren McDonald, she is live and local, sipping on that special sauce.
Good morning, Lauren.
Better sipping than pouring, Lauren, right?
That's right. You got that right. I am not a good pourer. Yeah, you know what? We're celebrating craft beer. And as you can see, some carbs this morning. I like that. They go together very well,
Gotta
right?
make up with sugar.
Here with Deanna, General Manager at the Brass Tap, celebrating 1 year of business here in the Pikes Peak region. Now, in our last segment, we did a little quiz, which I know nothing about beer, but it was just kind of like a guessing game, right?
Yeah, and you were pretty close.
Okay, so tell me again, don't point them out yet, but just explain what the types are, and I'm going to go through one more time and just point to what I think is
So one of them is by Breckenridge. It's actually their Mango Mosaic. They recently just built a new facility up in Littleton. It's a beautiful new facility, and one of their biggest sellers besides their Nitro Vanilla Porter is their Mango Mosaic Pale Ale. They use fresh mangoes in every batch. It's awesome. Another one that we tasted is Ursula, which is out of Aurora. That is a melismatic. It is a Belgian Pale Ale that's fresh hopped. It's amazing. You can definitely taste the Belgian yeast in it. The next that we taste is actually Snowcapped Cidery, still Colorado. This is their jalapeno. So it's a jalapeno and pear cider. It's very, very good. And the last one that we tasted is actually by Avery. It's their Vanilla Bean Stout. It's one of their botanical series. Very good.
So I'm just going to guess. Have no idea, but this tasted sour, so this is the jalapeno one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one is, these two are both bitter. Mm-hmm. That one's bitter too. Oh, this one is Breckenridge?
Other one.
This one's Breckenridge. Okay, this one is, I already forgot what you said.
So that one's going to be the Ursula. The darker one's going to be the Stout. Usually you can always try to find the
Stout.
Stout.
I always forget that. All right, so now let's get to the carbs.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have here?
Now I have a couple different. Now these are actually, there's a couple stouts. There's a sour. This first one is actually by Breakside. It is their salted caramel stout. I'm pairing that with a peanut butter cookie. I figure they go really well together.
Cookie's definitely good. I mean, the beer is too. Oh, I see it now. Mm-hmm. I get that. Okay.
That's pretty cool, right?
It's the beerologist right here.
Try it. This next one is actually by Southern Tier. They're out of New York. They release their pumpkin series every year. They have Pumpkin and Warlock. We carry Warlock this year. It's very, very good. Goes good with a Snickerdoodle because you don't ever want to go just straight with a straight flavor. Mm-hmm. Next is actually Breckenridge Mango Mosaic. You tasted that earlier. That's going with a lemon. It was very nice with the lemon bread.
Mm-hmm. And then what's last?
That last one is a Crooked Stave Petite Sour Blueberry. Crooked Stave is one of the best sour companies on this side of the United States. This is pretty much their biggest flagship that they deal with and distribute. We get it in bottles and in kegs all the time, and it goes really well with the muffins because it has just an ever so slight tart to it.
That is good. My favorite was this one.
Yeah.
Delicious. And perfect timing, guys, because we're going to toss it back to you now. We're going to talk about also in our next segment how the Brass Tap here supports not only all of their customers with their giveaway coming up this Saturday, but also charities here in the Pikes Peak region. We're going to tell you how they support those and give back.
Good stuff, for sure. You can have the beers. I want the muffins and the cookies.
Yes, same. I'm like, yeah, let's get in here.
But not easy. Yeah. All right, Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren. 7:26 right now. Let's toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Justin Chambers. What do you want? Beer, muffins, both?
No, muffins. I don't want beer. I want the muffins, yeah. Now, and they, you know, it's great about the Brass Tap is you can bring the pets in.
Yes.
I think it's on Sundays or maybe Mondays. I will have to ask Lauren. But
on their patio, yeah.
Yeah, you can bring the pets over there. So, yeah, pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at your forecast here. Now, guys, we are looking at Pikes Peak, which is still getting some of that cloud cover and some light showers. You can see some of that snow kind of underneath the clouds there, so just a light dusting is all we're getting right now. Yeah, definitely some cooler temperatures in some of the high country. Really pretty start to the morning here for you in Pueblo as we are looking off toward the west. Big game tonight, that Bell game. Who's going to get it? That's what we're talking about. So we'll be talking about that all afternoon and evening, and of course with our overtime show coming on tonight at 10 o'clock with all of your local high school sports. So lower 80s and 90s in the Springs and Pueblo for today. Again, these numbers slightly cooler than yesterday, but just a smidge above average, and it will be more fall-like for this upcoming weekend. You can see the numbers today. As we get into about noon, still upper 70s, pretty nice day for lunch outdoors in the Springs. We'll get to those low to mid 80s here later this afternoon. A bit breezy at times as well. Still going to be in the upper 80s and right near that 90-degree mark for you in Pueblo later today with, again, some breezy to windy conditions for you, especially out toward the plains. And it's going to warm up, too. So 65 in La Junta, 59 in Lamar right now, but you're on your way to upper 80s and lower 90s. Still that heat kind of hanging on for this afternoon with mainly mid 50s and 60s up and down the Front Range right now and some 40s in the mountains. Already seeing some of that wind, about 10 to 15 to 20 miles an hour, mainly that westerly wind. And again, the west and southwest wind is what's going to be picking up here by this afternoon. So bus stop forecast, you can keep the umbrellas at home. Don't need them in the bags for the kids today. We'll be sunny and breezy with temps in the 80s and 90s. Peel back one of those layers once they get home. Time for your Fox 21 forecast. I've put the clubs away for 2017.
Oh.
I had such a bad round last week, and I haven't talked about it all week, and I've been upset about it. I don't know if I'm going to get them out again. It was just bad.
Wow.
Hopefully you have a great day on the course today. I won't be joining you. Holiday countdown looks like this. Avs in 20 days. How about Halloween in 46 days? There is a ton of candy out there. I know that. Thanksgiving, we're just about 69 days away. And look at that, 101 days until Christmas. So Fox 21 Doppler radar, pretty quiet right now. You saw a few light showers early this morning in the southeast plains, but we are mainly dry. In fact, a lot of that drier air filtering into the state. Where all that moisture will be and that activity will be up in parts of Montana and Idaho, into the northern parts of Dakota, North Dakota and South Dakota, the northern plains is what I was saying there. And again, cooler temperatures too. We're still tracking Jose. You can see it on the right side of your screen. That's going to bring some dangerous surf to some of the East Coast over the next couple of days. And we still have that track on that we're watching in case that wants to try to make landfall. It's been very unorganized, but it eventually will be a hurricane. It's a tropical storm right now, but eventually we'll be back to a hurricane pretty soon. 87 your temp in Kansas City right now, 92 in Dallas. These are your highs today. 42 in Billings. Not the not right now temperature. That's the high today in Billings, Montana. Call Jeff Womack, man. It's going to be cold on the ranch. Lower 80s for you today and breezy, but we're right back to the 70s. Check it out. Saturday and Sunday, our numbers are going to drop and be actually below average. Good weather for that Broncos game on Sunday. And, of course, if you can't make it up there, you can watch it right here on Fox 21. Right about 90 and breezy today in Pueblo with lower 80s Saturday and Sunday. Fremont County and Canyon City, 88 today with upper 70s into your Saturday and Sunday. Again, temperatures are going to be a lot cooler tomorrow. Right about 70 at Woodland Park, but look, we drop to the mid-60s tomorrow and lower 60s on Sunday. Slight chance of a couple of pop-up storms in the mountains by Sunday afternoon. Nathan did a better job of the Teller County forecast than I ever could. Just kind of standing there like, yeah, here.
He was good.
Oh, he was fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, every third one. Just like hashtag said it. So hashtag Ron Ball. No, I'm just kidding. No, they're all great. We love all the kids coming here. So
was it hard doing that forecast, the forecast, after that round of golf?
It has been all week, Craig.
Really?
It's been a very sore spot for me.
That bad you put the clubs away?
I played with the Kistler brothers, and I played awful on Saturday, and I was like,
Kistler brothers.
I know they're rough.
Yeah.
And I lost money, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this for. Plus, my back hurts. So.
Wow, that's a big move. But still time to play.
Going to the weather conference, not going to play in the tournament this weekend.
Wow,
so,
you are serious
breaking
about
news.
This.
And fun socks. Look.
Yeah.
Can you help me,
pizza?
please? Yeah. Pizza socks.
Pizza, love it.
I love pizza socks.
Can we get some pizza and beer?
Yeah.
Instead of muffins and beer?
That sounds great.
All right, Justin,
I got to go.
Thank you. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
7:31 right now. Some people refuse to let anything hold them back.
Yeah, coming up, the latest health challenge now Larry King faces in his relentless drive to continue working.
Also, another Hollywood couple calls it quits. This plus more news in your top 6 in 60 coming up next.
Welcome back to Fox 21 Local News. Right now it is 7:35 and time for more of the top news stories of the day. Here is your top 6 in 60.
The University of Northern Colorado's first female president will retire after 15 years. 66-year-old Kay Norton is the longest tenured among current presidents of 4-year public schools in the state.
Right now, 1 soldier is dead and 7 others are recovering after an explosion during a training exercise at Fort Bragg. The soldiers were all members of the U.S. Army Special Operations Command, and it's still unclear what caused the explosion.
Right now, 83-year-old Larry King reveals he had surgery to treat stage 1 lung cancer. King hasn't smoked in 30 years and says the diagnosis won't slow him down. He continues to host new episodes of Larry King Now.
Well, right now, a father is under arrest after his toddler was found looking purple from being left outside overnight Sunday as Hurricane Irma hit Florida with gusting winds and heavy rain. A neighbor found the 19-month-old girl lying in the front yard of the house, also covered in scratches and bug bites. She was taken to the hospital and later released.
Right now, the Treasury Department's Inspector General is looking into all of Secretary Steven Mnuchin's travel while in office. This after he requested a military plane for his European honeymoon. He says he needed it for secure communications.
And right now, celebrity couple Fergie and Josh Duhamel announced they are separating. Now, they married in 2009 and have a 4-year-old son.
7:36 right now. Let's toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Justin Chambers for your local forecast first.
You guys know Fields Chiropractic, Dr. Field. You know, I've got your back. Fields Chiropractic. Sing it, Abby.
I don't know the rest of the words. I haven't been back that long.
I've got your back. Fields Chiropractic.
Even Brock singing in the back.
He's even singing.
I've had a TV for 2 days.
She was like, come in, stop complaining, get your back adjusted and fixed, and we can get back on the course.
Well, there you go.
And then Jason Aguilar's testing me. He's like, stop being a little baby. He's like, I'll help you out. And I'm like, I'm not looking for sympathy. I just got upset.
What are the Kistler brothers saying?
The Kistler brothers want me to play again because they want to take more money from me. Right now, a live look outside. Beautiful shot here in Prospect Lake. Look at that little hat right there on Pikes Peak. It's just like, Abby, would you say that's a beret?
Yeah, I would.
A beret.
Hey, she wore a raspberry beret. So, mostly sunny skies, breezy at times today, guys. We are going to pick up that wind, so that does elevate our fire danger just a smidge here later this afternoon. It will be cooler this weekend as we see that cold front moving in late tonight into early tomorrow morning. And look at the numbers and the results after the cold front passes through. 80s and 90s today, 70s and 80s for tomorrow and on Sunday. Again, it will definitely be a taste of fall for this weekend. Download our mobile weather app. Grab that at Fox21News.com.
7:37 right now in more news across America as the death toll rises. President Trump traveled to Florida yesterday.
He met with storm survivors and got a first-hand view of recovery efforts. Right now, Fox's Joel Waldman tells us about what progress is being made.
And they wrote it out in my trailer.
In the hard-hit Florida Keys, stories of survival. This man says his neighbors tried to ride out Irma on their houseboat, but when it started sinking, they retreated to his house, which he left unlocked.
Because it didn't make any sense to lock it. There wasn't nobody going to steal nothing except Irma.
Across Florida, meantime, power crews are making progress, including now in parts of the Keys, where things like portable cell phone towers are getting up and running. But in Irma's wake, many places are still in the dark. And without air conditioning, the heat remains a concern, especially for senior citizens. Officials have been evacuating some assisted living centers without AC. This coming after 8 people died at a nursing home under sweltering conditions in Hollywood. Police are now investigating.
The temperature in the building was very warm, and we saw patients that were compromised.
President Trump getting a first-hand look at Irma's wrath in Naples, Florida, Thursday.
I just want to tell you, we are there for you 100%. I'll be back here numerous times.
Back in the Keys, food and water is now coming in via the military. This as search operations continue in the hardest hit areas, including places where debris from Irma is blocking waterways.
It's critical that we get this open and safe so vessels will come back in and we can start getting life back on track.
Reporting from the Florida Keys, Joel Waldman, Fox News.
7:39 right now. Is it too early for craft beer?
Some say never. Yes, right now, Lauren McDonald, live and local at the Brass Tap with what is coming up next. Oh, Lauren!
Never too early for craft beer. That is your answer. Coming up after the break, we're going to tell you how the Brass Tap helps give back to the local charities here in the Pikes Peak region. Plus, Lauren is hopefully going to learn the craft of pouring a craft beer.
7:43 right now, and this morning it's time to say cheers and celebrate craft beer.
We love our craft beer here in Colorado, so this is something to celebrate this morning. Right now, Lauren McDonald, live and local at the Brass Tap, and she's going to highlight now a party that you don't want to miss. And Lauren, you're still trying to learn how to actually pour a beer.
Going to try my hardest, Craig, yes. And maybe I'll take it up as a second profession if I can perfect it. But I doubt it because I'm not very good. All right, we are talking about the 1-year anniversary of this place, this great craft beer being in Colorado Springs, the Brass Tap. And I'm here with Deanna and Mike. Now, Mike, you guys are also celebrating not only craft beer on Saturday and being in Colorado Springs for a year, you're also celebrating local charities, and you guys do that throughout the whole entire year. So tell me who you're supporting right now.
Okay, so we support on every Sunday something called Yappy Hour, where we give back to animal charities. And we've had a whole host of them, including the Humane Society and several others.
I like that.
Yeah. But besides that, every quarter we give back a quarter for every local pint sold, which adds up over time to quite a bit of money. And this quarter we're supporting the Rocky Mountain Childhood Cancer Foundation. Mm-hmm. And the reason we pick the charities that we pick is, first of all, they're all within Colorado. All the money stays within Colorado. Secondly, that we try to make sure that they don't have a whole lot of administrative cost, and in this particular case they're all volunteers, so there's absolutely no administrative cost. All the money goes back to the families who unfortunately are dealing with hard times
Yeah.
with their kids having cancer.
Well, we appreciate you guys for sure, and I love it. Local, local, local. All right, my
Absolutely.
girl Deanna, you are the beerologist, so let's give this a go. Let's give it a go.
All right, so the number one thing to always remember is a spritz glass is always going to help you pour head right.
Okay.
So always want to spritz your glass first to make sure it's nice and wet on the inside.
What she's talking about.
This is a little water in here, kind of make it nice and loose.
So I do this?
Yep, perfect.
All right, nice.
Now always grab from the base so that as soon as you open it, the tap flows all the way out.
Can I just pick anyone?
Pick anyone you like. And then the 45-degree angle is what's going to make it. There you go.
Failed.
So when you start here, pop it right open.
Not for me,
And then if you see it kind of how it's like heading up like that, I stopped it.
Yes, I see. You know what?
So close.
Count me out, but I will come and have you pour my beers for me. I
don't
like
mind.
that
I don't
because
mind.
you're definitely a lot better at it than me. A little top heavy there, guys. What do you think?
You've got a little more work to do.
I don't know why,
I have a lot more work to do, Abby, but thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Lauren.
I know. I don't get it, Craig. I don't know why I can't get it either.
You know what? I'm sure it tastes just as good.
Once you get to it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Swim through it.
It's down there somewhere.
Get the icebreaker.
Right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Lauren.
Thanks.
7:46 right now. Here's another live look outside. Plenty of sun with some breezy conditions this afternoon.
Chief Meteorologist Justin Chambers has a closer look at your forecast, and he is coming up next. Stay with us.
Yeah.
It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time.
Where you at?
Where you at?
Where you at? No, come on, bro. Seriously? Why would you stop it? Huh? Oh, jeez. I can't get anything done here around here. 7:50 is your time right now. Good morning. Looking outside, Pikes Peak, the sun is up, and look at that, just a little bit of light snow that's kind of hanging out from some of those showers we saw just a little while ago. Definitely some cold temperatures, especially in some of the mountain locations in the high country up and down the Rockies. You can see right now the Riverwalk looking pretty good at this time. No, not really any wind at this moment in Pueblo, but we're going to see that wind pick up later this afternoon. We're talking about lower 80s here into the 1-2 o'clock hour in the Springs, and mid to upper 80s, close to 90 for your highs today in Pueblo. Still slightly above average for this time of year. 40s and 50s, Woodland Park through Monument, and 60s in the Springs down through Pueblo with upper 50s in Walsenburg. A little westerly wind, about 12 to 15 miles an hour we're seeing at this time. Jump on the motorcycles, on your hogs today. Yeah, definitely a good day to ride around, not only today but into the weekend as well. And get those sprinklers going as well, because we're going to be dry here for the next 2 or 3 days. Friday Night Lights, of course, we've got our big show tonight at 10 o'clock. All of your high school football action, including the results of that big bell game going on in Pueblo. So we're going to see temperatures by 7 o'clock tonight, still into the 70s and a bit breezy at times, and a little bit cooler as you head later into the evening watching those games. Right now, your Fox 21 Doppler radar, not much happening, but most of the activity is going to be to the north and to the west of us, especially around parts of Billings and areas of the Grand Tetons up there, even in the northern plains. And temperatures definitely cooler there too. Highs today in Billings only 42 and 63 in Salt Lake City. So some of that cooler air eventually will start to make its way here. Mid-70s and lower 80s in the Springs down through Pueblo, and again, temps into the low to mid and upper 80s later this afternoon. So a little bit cooler than we were yesterday. This is your 7 o'clock numbers here tonight. Again, not much in the way of any shower activity. And then early tomorrow morning, we'll start off in the lower 50s. We'll get our temperatures in the 60s and 70s. This is by noon tomorrow. So right around Pawtoberfest and all the other activities you have going on, not a bad Saturday at all. In fact, even through tomorrow evening, still temps in the lower 70s and lower 80s. So next 3 days here, again, with the breezy conditions today with lower 80s. We're back to the lower 70s into Saturday and Sunday. Great day for some football on Sunday in Mile High against the Cowboys. Right about 80 on Monday. And then our temps will be a little bit cooler toward the end of next week as well, wrapping up summer. 90 and breezy for you today in Pueblo. Again, still above average, but cooler than it was yesterday. And then lower 80s, you get a break from that heat into Saturday and Sunday. Fremont County, Canyon City, upper 80s today with mid to upper 70s into your Saturday and Sunday. And Teller County, right about 70 today with 60s for this weekend. Slight chance of a couple of storms by Sunday afternoon. Let's check your commute right now, find out what's going on the roads as we take a live look outside here. Up over Monument, I-25, heading to Denver this morning. No issues at this time. One accident at Woodman eastbound at Black Forest Road. Other than that, no other major accidents. Another one just popped up here, Highway 24 and 8th Street, so watch for delays there coming in from Ute Pass. This traffic report sponsored by McCloskey Trucktown Grand Reopening. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, 7:56. This is Friday Flicks time, so it was the big movie last weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe again this weekend, but a couple of new, maybe horror-ish flicks are going to be out there as well. Check it out. American Assassin is going to be this new movie that comes out, and we'll see what happens.
Dylan O'Brien and Michael Keaton star as CIA Black Ops agents who team up to bring down the bad guys.
Now, this is based on the popular series of novels and is rated R.
Next, a movie, it's called Mother. Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem, two great actors, obviously.
Yeah.
They play a married couple whose tranquil life disturbed by strangers and some strange events.
Box office watchers say the mystery horror thriller should debut in the low to mid-teens.
This has a really good cast. A lot of big names in this one, too, and it looks terrifying. Mother, by the way, also rated R.
I hate this time of year because every movie that comes out is scary.
Yeah,
and
right.
every
Creepy
commercial
and-
is scary. I
Yeah.
can't even watch TV.
I know, it's
I get
crazy.
scared.
Well, I hope these don't scare you.
Oh my God.
Fun Sock Friday.
Awesome.
Fun Sock Friday.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Fun Sock September continues. And you know what I was toying with last night? I was like, do I do Socktober as well?
Ooh.
And just keep it going?
It could be a fun sock
I mean, how many
2017.
socks do you got?
A lot.
A lot of socks.
7:57, we'll be right back.
First, though, your Pledge of Allegiance from Guyverson Elementary.
I